Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. So for those that don't know, my name is Mika and this is all new for me, this YouTube channel. I have posted some videos before, but I have not properly edited them, so bear with me while I try my best to improve my YouTube channel for you guys so that you can enjoy my exercise videos. So today's workout is a low to medium impact. All you will need is a light to medium set of dumbbells, or you can do this without dumbbells. We're going to start with a warm-up to begin with. You can also use a mat. So we're going to do big circles going backwards to begin with, slight bend at the knees and then forward. So you're slightly squatting into it and roll the arms forward, warming up our shoulders, get the body moving. Now we've got body weight squats with a side reach, so reaching right over, stretching the side of the body, squatting as low as we can into it. Remember to breathe, control your breathing, control the movement, so you don't need to rush through it. You can go at a slower pace or you can increase the pace. Once we start getting into the actual workout, you can increase the pace to make it harder. Back to the arm circles, we're repeating again, backwards and forwards. Nice big circles, squatting into it. And back to your squat reach. So squat and reach straight over. Yep, bending through the side. Well done. If you can hear dogs barking, that's because I have dogs and they like to bark at everything that moves. And we're going to open and close, so push back, open up the chest and squeeze in the front, warm up the chest. Good. Open and close, palms push back, palms push forward. We're going to partner that with squat and a hamstring stretch. So squat down, reach for the ground, hamstring stretch. If you can't reach the ground, that's fine. Just extend your legs so you feel a slight stretch in the back of your legs. Bend and stretch. Roll it up and repeat again. So we're doing our chest, squeeze and stretch, squeeze and stretch. Palms go back, palms come forward. Nice strong core, balancing yourself. And now back to our squat and extend hamstrings. Again. 3, 4, 5. One last part of our warm-up. Lunges, alternating legs, stepping backwards, making sure that when you step back, your stride is long enough that you are at a 90-degree angle on both knees, so not too close in and not too far out when you stride back. It all depends on your height. The taller you are, the longer your legs will be, so you'll need to step further back. And then we're going to do a narrow squat with an overhead reach, so keeping the feet roughly like hip distance apart, so not wider than natural. And squeezing the shoulders as you come up, reaching above your head. And repeat again, back to the lunges, alternating each side. And keeping the feet narrow, squat down, reach above the head. And we're almost done with our warm-up, guys, and then you'll have a quick break, get what you need ready, grab a drink of water, and we'll get into the workout. Okay, so warm-up is done. You've got a quick chance to get what you need ready. So grab your light to medium dumbbells, a mat, and come back to the center. So with this workout, it'll be 40 seconds of work with 10 seconds of rest, and we have a series of exercises, and then you'll have a 1 minute rest, and we'll repeat that 3 times through, and we'll finish with the stretch. So again, if you want to make this harder, use a heavier weight and increase the pace, but if you want to make it easier, use a lower weight or no weights and go at a slower pace. So for our first exercise, we'll be doing a plie squat with an overhead reach. You want to take a wide step out, turn your toes slightly outwards and squat down low, going as deep as you can with your squat that you find comfortable, and you want to bring the weights up above your head, reaching up to the sky. You've got 40 seconds of work. Remember to breathe, embrace your core, turn your toes slightly outwards, using your depth, and rest. You've got 10 seconds of rest. Moving on to the next exercise, you'll be lying down on the ground. We've got a hip bridge with a chest fly, bringing the weights out to your sides and coming up into a hip bridge or a glute bridge, if you want to call it that. Pressing through your heels, squeeze your glutes and squeeze your chest. Your dumbbells should be facing each other, so palms facing inwards. Embrace your core, breathe, control the movement. Don't rush through it, focus, squeeze the glutes, squeeze your chest, and press through the heels of your feet. Next exercise, we've got 10 seconds of rest here. So your next exercise is a reverse stepping lunge with an overhead shoulder press. You're going to step back on one leg and the same arm is going to press up to the ceiling, bringing the dumbbells to just below your ears with a nice strong frame, so don't have lazy elbows. Keep a nice strong frame, alternating each side, making sure you use your depth again. Bring that back knee as far down as you can, bending at the knee, making sure you press through the heel of your front foot and that the back foot is up on the ball of your toes. Breathing, always bracing your core. 10 seconds rest. Next exercise is a deadlift with a bicep curl. So feet are about shoulder width apart. You're going to do a deadlift and then come up standing and bicep curl. Pretty straightforward, this one. Making sure you hinge from your hips. Don't round out your back. Slight bend in your knees, so don't lock your knees out. And then when you come up, keep your elbows by your side and curl your dumbbells up towards your collarbones. And you've got your rest period, so you can now swap to one dumbbell or sandwich the two together. You've got a tricep extension followed by a squat with a calf raise. So you want to keep your elbows close to your head or your ears, pointing towards the front of the room, so don't allow your elbows to flare out to the sides of the room. You're going to keep your back straight, squat as far down as you can, and then when you come up, raise your heels and come up onto your toes, keeping your tummy nice and tight. And And you're good. Well done. That's the first round done. You've got a rest period of 1 minute. Take a drink of water and then come back and we will start the second round. Okay, let's do this second round. Coming back with your dumbbells into your plie squat with an overhead reach. Taking a nice wide step out to the side, turn your toes out slightly and keeping a slight bend in your elbows. So don't lock your elbows out, keep them slightly bent and bringing your arms down to shoulder height. Making sure you breathe and brace your core. We're working our inner thighs here, our glutes, our back, our shoulders. And rest, coming down to the ground. You're going to lie on your back, feet slightly wider than shoulder width. You're going to press through your heels and you're going to come up and squeeze your glutes, bringing your dumbbells out to the sides with your arms extended and squeezing them in the middle so they meet in the middle facing each other. You want to focus and squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips under and squeeze your chest. And rest. Coming up, you've got your reverse stepping lunge with an overhead shoulder press. I'm going to face side on this time so you can see that when I lunge, I take a decent stride back. Depends on how tall you are. You want to make sure that when you take a step back and you bend the back knee, that you are at a 90-degree angle at either knee. You don't want to be too close in or too far out, and that'll all depend on your height. And keeping my arms to the sides of myself, so not forward and not backwards, directly beside me, and the dumbbell stops around ear height. My back foot is up on the ball of my toe and I'm pressing through the heel of my front foot. And rest. Our next exercise is our deadlift. Face side on again so you can see form. You are going to take the dumbbells, glide them along your thighs, just past your knees. This will all depend on how flexible you are through your hamstrings. So your depth will depend on the flexibility you have. Keeping your elbows by your side when you do your bicep curl and curling the dumbbells up to your collarbones. So no rounding of your back. You want to hinge from your hips, slight bend in your knees and tip forward. Again, pressing through your heels. And rest. Our next exercise, you can bring your two dumbbells together or use one. You've got a tricep extension with a squat followed by a calf raise. So bending from the elbows, keeping the elbows close beside your ears, so don't let your elbows flare out, keep them pointing to the front of the room. And you want to squat with as much depth as you can, keeping your back straight, bracing your core, and when you come up from your squat, you're going to come up onto the balls of your toes and squeeze your calves. and rest. That's your second round done. Grab a drink of water and we'll come back for our third round. Okay, final round. We're almost there and then we'll be stretching and you've done an awesome workout. I hope you're feeling good. You've worked up a bit of a sweat. So your first exercise, your plie squat with your overhead reach. Remember your key points to brace your core, slightly bend your elbows, use as much depth as you can in your squat, turn your toes outwards slightly. Breathe, most importantly, of course. And rest. Second exercise, back down to the ground. Glute bridge with your chest fly. So bringing your dumbbells, extending your arms out to the side. You're going to press through your heels, squeeze your glutes and squeeze your chest, pressing your dumbbells together in the center. Remember to brace your core, tuck your hips under, so don't arch your back. Tuck your hips under, press through your heels and squeeze at the top. And rest. Third exercise, you've got our reverse lunge with an overhead shoulder press. So bringing those dumbbells to just beside your ears, same arm to leg, step it back, lunge down into it. Remember, use your depth that you're comfortable with. You don't need your knee to touch the ground, but just take it down as far as you can and press that arm up above your head towards the ceiling. So we've got a bit of legs here and a bit of shoulders. Trying to get a full body workout in. Plus increasing our heart rate. Remember to breathe, control your breathing. Use your core to support your back. And rest. Third exercise is our deadlift with bicep curl. So feet are about shoulder width apart. You're going to glide the dumbbells along your legs to as far as you feel comfortable, again depending on your flexibility through your hamstrings. Keep your elbows by your side, curl your dumbbells up towards your collarbones. Press through your heels, tilt from your hips, slight bend in your knees. We're almost there. We're almost done with round 3. Rest, and this is your last exercise of this round. You've got the tricep extension with a squat into a calf raise. So dumbbells above your head, squat down, tricep extension, squat and calf raise. Remember to keep those elbows pointing towards the front of the room. Squatting as low as you can and then coming up onto the balls of your feet, squeezing your calves. Brace your core to support your back. Breathe. Awesome work, guys. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Coming down onto the ground now for a bit of stretching. So grab a drink of water, catch your breath, and meet me on the ground. So you're going to sit onto your calves and tip forward, bringing your arms out in front of you. Coming up, feed one arm through with the other palm down on the ground, press your shoulder into the ground. And switch sides, so one arm on the ground or one palm on the ground, feed the other arm through and press, looking towards your hand. Coming up, take one arm open over for a tricep stretch. And switch sides, up and over, grabbing onto that elbow and pulling that in towards yourself. Stretching through the tricep and release. Bring one leg out in front of you, tuck your hips under and lean forward into it. Take one arm up and over, feel a stretch through your side and through your hip flexors. And release. Other side, one leg out in front, tilt your hips under, lean forward and then take one arm up and over. So the same arm of the leg that is towards the back is the arm that goes up and over. And sitting back onto your bottom. Feet out in front of you, reaching for your ankles as far as you can. If you're not flexible, that's fine. Go as far as you feel comfortable. And reaching your toes if you can, pull back on your toes. If not, flex your toes, then flex your foot. And release. Sitting with your feet facing each other, the soles of your feet, and tilt your head to one side, stretching through the neck, roll it round, the other side and hold, and again, back the other way, hold, back the other way, hold. Bringing your head towards your feet as far as you can. And release. Bending one leg at the knee, take the other one back, so extend the other leg back and bring your upper body down to the ground. If you can't bring your upper body down to the ground, that's fine. If you need to keep the back leg bent as well, also fine. And switch it over. So one leg bends, the other leg extends back and bring your upper body towards the ground. And release. Coming up onto your feet slowly, both feet underneath you, reaching for the ground. Feel a stretch through your hamstrings. Again, if you can't reach for the ground, that's fine. Reach as far as you can. Roll it up slowly and stretching our quad. And other side. And release. Open up your chest, clasp your hands together at the back and stretch open the chest. And towards the front, so opening up the back. And reaching behind your knees, pulling up towards the ceiling. So clasp your hands behind your knees and pull up towards the ceiling. You've got a slight bend in your knees. And roll it up. Roll it out. Well done. You should be proud of yourself. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I'm looking forward to making more, and I'm hoping that I can get better at editing and this can improve for you guys as I become more and more confident with editing and filming. We live with my parents at the moment, so I don't really have a designated filming area. like I would like it to be, so I'm just using the space that I have as best as I can. Hopefully I can eventually work out a way where it can be much clearer for you and look nicer. So yes, thank you for joining me with this workout. Please let me know what you think. Drop your comments. I'm working on more stuff, so come back for more. Thanks.